am filming the intro to this video in my car because I am not happy with the intro I filmed the other day when I was filming, and I think at some point this week I'll have time to edit, so we're gonna edit this in the beginning and then we'll dive into the actual video, which is what you're here for. I just wanted to say hi. I know it's been a while. Work has been crazy, life has been crazy. My son had the flu and me and my husband were sick, and then the following week I was in Las Vegas for my work trip, which I've mentioned, which ended up being fine. Not my vibe, Las Vegas, but it's fine, I survived. And then last week with work it was literally non-stop, and then this week is busy, so I'm just in my car outside of Target. I had to run in and get some candy and boxes to make my customers little cute Valentine's Day goodie bags. So I did that, and now I had a few minutes before I jet off to a work appointment, so I wanted to just say hi and explain myself about where I've been. This video is going to be a big empties. I have a lot of empty products that I used up over the course of the last month and a half, and I used up a lot of makeup for my project pan, so I'm really excited to update you on that. If you live in the Northeast, you know it has been so cold. It is literally 13 degrees today. I am freezing, and I'm just feeling kind of down right now. I think it's probably because of that. Like, we're at the point of the winter where everything becomes absolutely unbearable, but it shall pass. I'm wearing these jeans that have like little daisies on them just to kind of lighten the mood. And I did my nails this weekend, my builder gel nails, and I think they came out so cute. I did like a glitter gradient. I'm getting really good at it, so happy with that. One of my customers is supposed to call me. He was supposed to call me at 11. It's now 11:44. My biggest pet peeve is when I schedule something and people don't follow through. Like, I don't have all day to be sitting in this parking lot waiting for you to call me. I need to drive. I have places to go. It literally drives me insane. All right, but with that being said, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're staying warm if you live somewhere where it is quite cold, like the Northeast. And let's get into the empties in the project pan update. To start off the video, I wanted to talk about the makeup products that I have used up since my last project pan update, and there's quite a few. I think there's 9. So let's get into that. The first thing is this L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist, which this is like my 3rd bottle I've used up. I actually just got the big jumbo size. They came out with a bigger one, which I'm excited about. I don't use this every day, but I do use it when I need my makeup to last, and it does work. So I really like that. For a primer, I used up the Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer, which it's a good primer, but I'm just like not into primers that much these days, so it's not something I'm going to repurchase. I'm kind of out of the primer phase. I'm just doing skincare and then going right in with my makeup. I used up the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Glue. This is the clear shade. I completely used this up. This is my favorite brow glue, black brow gel from the drugstore, and I think this is the 3rd or 4th one I've used up, so I will be repurchasing that. For lip product, I used up 3 things. I used up the L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oil in the shade 201 Milky. It kind of looks like there's still some in there, but I promise I've scraped everything out. I can't get what's on the bottom out, so this is completely done. This was okay. I kind of had to force myself to use it. I don't like the applicator. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like weird. And it wasn't hydrating. It wasn't really a lip oil, so I would not repurchase that. Then I used up the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in the shade Birthday Cake. I like this. I didn't love it, and I find the Edam lip balms are way more hydrating and thick and like what I personally like, so I wouldn't repurchase that. And then I used up an e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner in the shade Mauve Aside. I literally completely used that up. So this was a good one. It's so cheap. I think these are only $2 or $3. So if you need a good lip liner on a budget, definitely pick it up at like Target. I have another one, like a brand new one on backup, so I will open that eventually, but right now I'm working on some other lip liners. I used up this Color Science Unforgettable Flex Shield Tinted SPF in the shade Medium. It's SPF 50. This is something I will definitely repurchase once I use up the rest of my foundations I have in my collection because it's magical. My skin loves it, and it gives really good coverage. So you can use this alone as like a medium coverage foundation. It makes your skin look perfect, and I love it. I used up a NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Black. This is like my go-to brow pencil. I've used up a billion of them, and I will continue to repurchase it. So I used up that, and then the last thing I used up, I'm kind of mad about because it's expensive. So this is the YSL Lash Clash Mascara. This is like, I think it's like $35 for a tube. And I bought it with a gift card. I had a Bloomingdale's gift card. So I picked this up because I heard good things. And while it's beautiful, like I loved it, it dries out so quick. Like this dried out after a month. My eyelashes looked so clumpy and it was flaking and it just looked awful. When I first applied it, I noticed the formula is a little bit more moussey and dry than I prefer. So I was really curious how long it would last, and it didn't last long. So I would not recommend this. While it's beautiful when you first use it, it only lasts a month, and that's just ridiculous. Those are the products for my makeup project pan that I've used up since my last update. Now, I've been keeping my project pan empties in this bag so I can keep track of all them come the end of the year. So I'm gonna add all these in here. These can now get added to the makeup products that I'm using up this year, which I'm really excited about. That's a lot of products that I've used up. So I'd say I'm doing a pretty good job. And then I'm gonna get into all the other empties I have. I have quite a bit. First one is this Gold Bond Age Renew Retinol body cream. I do like this a lot. I have 2 more tubes of it, like the squeeze tubes, so I'll use those up and then I'll determine if I'll repurchase again, but I did really enjoy that. I use minoxidil in my hair for hair growth. I don't have thinning hair, but I just want extra thick hair, so I use this up. This is the CVS brand. I like the Costco brand too. It's really cheap, so I use that up. This I used up when I was in Las Vegas for my work national sales meeting. This is the Oribe Gold Lush Dry Shampoo. I do really like this, but for a dry shampoo to buy the full size, this is so expensive, so I will not be getting that. Tresemme Extra Hold Hairspray, used this up in Las Vegas as well. It's a good travel size hairspray, but I wouldn't repurchase the full size. This is my favorite body wash, and I've found it smells very similar to the Glossier You perfume, so they layer really well, so I do love this. This is the Cremo body wash in the scent Wild Iris Musk. I do love this. I have another bottle of it in my shower right now, and I do recommend. Next, I use up the Tree Hut Vanilla Moisturizing Shave Oil. Love this. I'm currently using the Trader Joe's The Mango Shave Cream, which I do really like, but I would repurchase this. All right, for hand soap, this is the Bath & Body Works Salted Amber and Vetiver. This is my favorite hand soap for my house. I love the way this smells. If they made it in a room spray, which they might, I would buy that. I love the way this smells, so I will repurchase this. Then I used up these eye masks. I used up a whole pack of them. I leave them in my fridge and I use them pretty much every morning because my son doesn't sleep, and it helps just to depuff and it feels cooling. Maskus eye mask combo, and it came with a bunch of different colored ones. I got it off Amazon. These are really good. I would repurchase when I'm out of eye masks. Skincare Empty, which I already have another one going because I love this. This is the Anua 7 Plus Bryce Ceramide Hydrating Barrier Serum. So this literally makes your skin look like glass. I love it. It kind of has like a snail mucin sticky texture. I really do like this, and I've already have another one going, and I think it'll be in my skincare routine for a long time. I use Zip and Elastin Restorative Skin Complex. I talk about this all the time. This is one of my favorite skincare products. It is pricey, but I think it's worth the money because I feel like it does a number of different things and it just makes your skin look really good. Used up this Korean Advanced Serum Ampule. It's the stem cell one. And I use this one on my needling my face. I got a lot of uses out of this. It's from Amazon, so I do recommend this if you do DIY at home microneedling. I thought this was a good product. This was an empty from Chris. I got Chris to start using the Medicube Zero Pore Pads, and they have made a huge difference in his skin. So he's already got another one going upstairs in his bathroom, but yeah, all gone empty. We love those. This is the Summer's Eve Amber Nights pH Balanced Cleansing Wash for your V. I wouldn't repurchase this because it is very fragranced and that's not good. I'm using a new wash. I forget the brand. It has boric acid in it and I find it's much better and things are much happier down there. So I would not repurchase this. It's just too perfumey. Another hand soap is the Trader Joe's Vanilla Pumpkin hand soap. This obviously is limited edition. You can only buy it at Trader Joe's in the fall. I typically like to go to Trader Joe's once in the fall and just stock up on their little fall stuff. So this was really good, but will I repurchase? I don't know. 2 hair treatments that I used up, which are like, is the Apres Bond Repair Hair Treatment and the Kerastase Fusiodose Collagen Peptide Treatment. I used both of these little things up. You mix them with water in a spray bottle and you coat your hair and you leave it in for an hour and then you wash it. I did like both of these. The Apres I'll definitely repurchase. The Kerastase I probably won't. Another hair care empty is my hair dye. I dye my roots at home. It saved me so much money because I literally need to dye my grays probably once every 4 or 5 weeks, and that can get expensive at the salon. So this Revlon dye, I think it's like $5 a box. It's their Color Silk with Bond Repair Complex, and I use the shade Soft Black. So I always have a bunch of these in backup because whenever I have time to touch up my roots, I do that. I used up travel size of the Ollie sleep gummies with melatonin, L-theanine, and botanicals. I have a big jar of these in my nightstand. I take these pretty much every night. So I got a little travel pack to take with me to Las Vegas for my work trip, and I used them up. A candle I used up, this is the 1809 Lodge candle in the scent. What is the scent? It's called Bougie Perfume. That's the name of it. And this is actually a Free People candle. I didn't realize that. I got it at TJ Maxx. And it's a Free People candle. It's pretty fancy, I know. But I burned it all the way through. It was very smoky and luxe smelling. I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I won't be getting this again, even if I could find it. A bar of soap I used up is the Trader Joe's Oatmeal Exfoliant Bar Almond Ginger Scent. This is such a big bar of soap, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like the smell, and I didn't think it did anything for exfoliating. So I'm going to stick to my Soft Services micro exfoliating soap bars instead of this. I used up a bottle of the Nutrafol Women's. I switched between the Women's and the Women's Vegan. I used to work for Nutrafol, so I am a fan of the brand. I do believe in it. But I think I heard recently from one of my old coworkers that they're discontinuing the original Women's and they're just gonna have the Women's Vegan. So that's fine. I like the vegan. The pills are a little bit smaller. So yeah, I've been taking this for years and I love it. Another candle empty that I love. Oh, it smells so good. This is the Woodlands scented candle. It's a soy candle from Trader Joe's. If you see this, just buy a bunch of them. I do. It smells like a sexy, freshly cleaned man, and I love to burn it. Whenever I burn it in the house and we have company, people are like, what is that candle? It smells so good. So I do love that. Another empty from Chris. Whenever he uses something up, he gets excited and gives it to me to mention in these videos. This is the Burt's Bee original chapstick. This is like, Chris is like always has these on him. He literally completely used it up. So good for him. We're nearing the end. A mouthwash that I used up that's new to me that I am now a very firm believer in is the Sensodyne Pronamel Intensive Repair mouthwash. So this, I think I bought it in a 3-pack off Amazon. My teeth have been kind of sensitive and this has completely cured it. I use this twice a day after I brush my teeth, morning and night, and I really do feel like it helps with tooth sensitivity, so I am a fan. Another tooth empty is the Colgate Optic White Stain Fighter toothpaste. This is my favorite whitening toothpaste. I don't use it all the time. I use it a couple times a week because, like I said, my teeth are sensitive, so typically we are using the Pronamel Sensodyne toothpaste, but I do use this and I find it's the best for whitening. So I used it up and I will get another tube just to have when I want to brighten my teeth a little bit. Okay, I used up a sunscreen, which is exciting. It usually takes me kind of a long time to use up sunscreens. This is the D'Alba Piedmont UV Essence Waterful Tone Up Pink Correcting Broad Spectrum SPF 50. And I liked this a lot. I felt like it gave my skin a nice glow. One thing I will say is if you do have deeper skin, it does kind of leave a cast until it dries. Once it dries, it looks clear, but like when you first apply it, your skin does look a little bit white. It is a chemical sunscreen. I liked it. Would I repurchase it? I feel like there's other things I like more, but it was pretty good. Hand cream empty. The Orbe Côte d'Azur Nourishing Hand Cream. I really like this. I have the perfume that goes with it, so I do like to layer them. It's a really nice hand cream. I love the scent. The big tube is pretty expensive, so will I rebuy it? Maybe, but not yet. I have some other hand creams I'm trying to get through. Like right now I'm using this one from Beekman 1802. It's their vanilla goat milk hand cream. I like that too. But yeah, I use this up. Would I repurchase? Maybe. Final 2 products. Okay, this is something that I love. And it is expensive even though it's a drugstore product. This is the Pantene Pro Vitamin Essence Weightless Leave-On Treatment. So this isn't a bond repair treatment, but it does do a lot to repair your hair. How I use it is every time I wash my hair after I get out of the shower, I spray it all over my hair, then I go with my leave-in conditioner. I feel like it just makes a big difference in making your hair look healthier. So I do recommend it. I do have another bottle going. I loved it. It's like $30 on Amazon. Sometimes it'll go on sale for like $20, $22. So just wait for it to go on sale. It smells really good. It smells like coconutty. And yeah, I really did like this. The last empty that I used up is the Dermatology Needleless Growth Factor Serum. I love this. I'm on my 2nd bottle. This is something that I think I'll keep in my routine for a long time. They did clinical studies head-to-head with the Skin Medica TNS Advanced Growth Factor Serum, which I think is like almost $300 a bottle. This I believe is $69, so it's a lot cheaper and you can get coupon codes for dermatology. And they actually are now selling this in Ulta. So you can get it at Ulta, but I love this. I think it's completely empty. It does a lot for plumping the skin, keeping it hydrated, keeping it glowing, keeping it healthy, and it's anti-aging. So what's not to love? All right, and that's all the empties. So if you have tried any of these products, if you like them, comment below. I'm gonna try and get back on YouTube a little bit more this month, but like I said, life has been crazy. I've been so busy with my full-time job that I haven't had the energy to do YouTube. So obviously that's my priority. But when I do have time and I do have the energy and the motivation, I will be back filming. If you like this video, if you like Empties videos, definitely give it a like, comment below, and subscribe. And I will be back very soon. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.